They're gloriously sticky, rich little bites with caramelised edges and soft, tender centres. That's proper barbecue.
There are those who say low and slow cooking on a Weber Q cannot be done. They're wrong. These little nuggets of deliciousness take over 4 hours to cook. And I can tell you, the taste is worth every minute. Stay with me and I'll show you how it's done.
First, set up the Weber Q with a heat shield. Turn the large burner off and the small burner to its lowest setting. Close the lid and let it warm up. Over to the kitchen.
I have some Jersey sea salt, which is a bit coarse for my rub, so I'm crushing it a little in a mortar and pestle.
That's okay. Add it to the rest of the ingredients and that's the rub made. It consists of 1 tablespoon of sea salt, 1 tablespoon of ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of garlic powder and a half a teaspoon of chili flakes. Here are my cubes of belly pork. Be sure to ask your butcher to remove the skin and bones. If there's skin on, they won't melt in your mouth, and you don't want to find any small bones. In goes the rub. Now get your hands in and massage it well into the meat. I'm arranging the meat on a cooling rack which I use when I've baked a cake. Be sure to allow a bit of space around each cube. And that's it, they're all on. Out on the patio, the thermometer on the Q is reading 120 degrees C. Just what I want. I'm placing the rack of cubes as far from the burner as I can. Here's something I hadn't tried before. I use this liquid smoke in my barbecue sauce. I'm putting about a teaspoon of it on the grill to see if I get a bit of that smoky flavour. Close the lid and let it cook for 1 hour. That's the first hour of cooking. Time to spritz and turn. In my bottle, equal quantities of apple cider vinegar and water. I'm turning the meat for even cooking. Close the lid for another hour.
What's your favourite barbecue food? I'd love to know. Click that button, activate and ding the bell, and let me know in the community box below. And if you like the video so far, give us a thumbs up.
That's the second hour of cooking. Another spritz and turn. Spritzing cools the meat a little during cooking, which all adds up to the formation of the bark. With another hour before the next spritzing, plenty of time to relax with a nice cold beer and enjoy yet another heatwave of the British summer. That's another hour past, and we're into the final stage of cooking. Get the gloves on and the meat's coming off. Just look at the bark on that pork. These Weber drip trays really do have many uses. As you can see, I have some cubes of unsalted butter. There's about a couple of tablespoons in each tray. With the cubes of pork divided between the two trays, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of sugar, followed by a drizzle of honey and a few spoonfuls of my smoky barbecue sauce, which I thin down a little with pineapple juice. Give it a good stir, making sure it's all well coated. Cover with a sheet of foil, scrunching it all around the edges to create a seal. I'm now putting the grid onto the heat shield to allow the hot air to flow all around these trays. Close the lid and cook for another hour. We are almost there. Remove the foil and I'm greeted by an amazing smell. Close the lid and cook for another 15 minutes. That's it. Check the internal temperature. 102 degrees C. They're done. Let's get these little beauties onto a plate. They're sometimes called burnt ends. I wonder why. They're sticky, rich and tasty. And there it is. I call them belly bites. They're proper barbecue. Just right for a big mouth. The flavour's fizzing as it melts in my mouth. That's deliciousness on a stick.
Check out my bonanza of barbecue food on this channel. From me, the old geezer at the grill, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.